Kia ora Dino fans, we just reviewed the Hammond Collection Stegosaurus and it is an absolute beast. One of the best Stegosaurus figurines I have ever seen. Incredible detail, amazing paint and stunning articulation. Woo! So I thought, why not go through every single Stegosaurus figure and toy I have in my collection. So we have a box over here. Let's put you over there, Mr. Hammond Collection. Right there, and compare. Now we've got some doozies in here, including one that may just rival the Stegosaurus. I'll let you guys decide, but let's have a look. First up, we have, woohoo! Oh yeah, we'll go with this one. This is gross, but we have the Collector Dead Stegosaurus. Look at that. Oh yuck, it's guts. Oh, it's disgusting. I mean, you kind of got to ask yourself, who really wants a figure that's dead? I don't know, but I'm thinking this is good for photography, for setting up a diorama. We've got a big T-Rex attacking this guy, so yeah, I suppose it's got a purpose. It's definitely interesting. Right, there we go. Let's put that right there so we can see it. Poor Mr. Dead Stegosaurus. In fact, it's pretty sad in my opinion. Right, we have... oh, this is cute. We have a McDonald's Stegosaurus from Camp Cretaceous, I believe. Look at this cute little guy. And if you look here, he's got a little plate there that you push. Ooh, and it makes his tail wag. Look at that. Bang, 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 bang. Have a big fight. Rah! That's neat. I love all these figures, and that was such an epic line that McDonald's did. So there we go. 3 Stegosauruses. What else do we have? We have one of my favorites. Here we go, the Papo, and this looks very similar. Stegosaurus. Look at that beast. That is beautiful. Stunning detail. Really, really awesome. One of the first Stegosaurus figurines I've got. Now you have to be really careful with this guy because his head here, look at how small that head is, and see the little join there? Very, very easy to break. And in fact, I dropped this in the middle of a review and snapped it off, so I've had to glue it back on. So just be aware of that. Be careful if you get it. That is something to look out for. But looking at this compared to the Hammond Collection, this Papo's figures are modeled after the Jurassic Park ones, and look, it is so similar. It's beautiful. I love the paint job, the variegated green and kind of tan colors, which is awesome. So another good figure. I love the Papo range. Let's pop you right there. Speaking of Papo, we also have, and I didn't know these existed till a little while ago, the Papo Mini Stegosaurus. Look at that cute little guy. Now way more cartoony and just a solid green paint job going on there. Teeny bit of yellow on the underside and that giant cute yellow bug eye. I mean, that's an adorable little figurine. I love that. Now, what else do we have? Oh, I forgot this guy. I left him here. You were meant to be in the box. How did you get there? This is, speaking of minis, here we go. Woo, put you back there. The Collector Mini Stegosaurus. Now that is an epic figurine. Look how cool that is. Crazy plates going on there. Beautiful paint job. High quality detail. You compare that with the Papo Mini Stegosaurus, quite different. This is like a cartoon style Stegosaurus. This is a more realistic Stegosaurus, which is really neat. And in fact, same design as the dead, there you go, the Collector Dead Stegosaurus, exactly the same. And let's wrap off this collection. I have actually quite a few. I think Collector must love the Stegosaurus. There it is. The adult, the big Stegosaurus from Collector, and of course it is not dead, it is live. But I do love this because this is a reasonably budget-friendly Stego. This is about 10, 12 New Zealand dollars, I think it was. So 8-ish US dollars. That's pretty good for a figurine. And the detail is amazing. I was really impressed. Especially, look at all these bumps and ripples here. But especially with the beautiful plates. They just look stunning with the gold and the brown. Like, look at look at that detail. That, honestly, in my opinion, is such good value for a figurine. Right, we also have, this has got to be the best Stegosaurus I've ever seen. In fact, it is over 30 years old. This is from my childhood. Look at the detail on this beast. Look at that red eye and red mouth. Oh. Now these are the figurines, guys, that I grew up with, and I thought they were the bee's knees. Compare them to this. I mean, look at what we have these days. Incredible, incredible sculpting. But I have so many memories of playing with this, with my dinosaur toys, with the T-Rexes. That was cool, but that is a bit of my childhood, a bit of history right there. All right, we also have, okay, this is a little bit random, a little bit left field. I just thought this was interesting to throw in there. The Hasbro Hybrid Stegosaurus. Look at that. Isn't that crazy? Triceratops head, Stegosaurus body. I don't know what they were thinking back then, Hasbro, but it's pretty cool, I guess. So I bought that in. A little bit of Stegosaurus going on there. Right, speaking of Mattel still, this guy here. Woo, please help me, guys, because I actually don't know which figurine this is. Why? I know it's from Mattel. I know it's a Jurassic World. But I got this secondhand at a thrift shop and I haven't identified it yet. Check it out. It is a beast. It is huge. Not quite as big as the Hammond Collection, but getting there. Stunning plates on the back, and you've got some articulation in the tail there. 2 points there. See that? You can swing it. I don't think it has an action that I'm aware of. Let me see. Looks like, no, none of these plates move, so I don't think it has an action. But super, super cool. So let me know if you know which range this is from. But that was such a good find. I think it was just a couple of bucks or something on the thrift shop. I couldn't say no to that. So there's another Stegosaurus. How many you got so far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and a hybrid 10. Okay, look what else we have. This is cool. We have another collector. Ooh, baby Stegosaurus. Look at that cutie. That is just insane. Look at the little plates there starting to come out, not fully developed. That is neat. There you go. So if you want a baby Stegosaurus, look at collector. And okay, these aren't made anymore. In fact, I don't know if the company's currently existing. Let me know. I think they closed down. But this is another, oh, actually, look at this. Yep. I won't get it out because I'm going to save it for an unboxing. The Reborn baby Stegosaurus melon. Look at that cutie. That is awesome. We'll do a proper unboxing of that at some stage. But I'm actually stunned to realize how many figures are baby Stegosauruses. I don't know why. Maybe they're cute, but there's so many baby Stegosauruses. All right, we've got a couple left. Here we go. This looks similar to this guy here. The Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous Mega Destroyers Stegosaurus. Look at that beast. That is amazing. Beautiful. I love it. It's like army colors. Brown plates, green, beige. Oh, it's just stunning. And it's got the same tail on the bottom there. What's it saying about the action? Do you... Oh, I can't tell. Let me just check this out. It looks like you push down or something with the leg. You do something with the leg to swing the tail. I can't figure it out. Maybe I need to get it out of the box. But you've also got like a big, I think that's a muzzle on the back there. No, look at that. It's got a tail breakout. So you put it on its tail and you thrash it and it breaks out. So something to do with that leg smashes that out. I may have to unbox that because that would be really good in a dino battle. Right, let's make some space. Okay, I've got one left. I'll put this here. There we go. Now this one here, guys, this could be the creme de la creme. Oh, some of you know what this white box means. Who knows what brand this is? This is Nanmu, and this is the Stegosaurus Pike. Look at this. Now, Nanmu are known for their incredible detail, paint jobs. They're second to none in my opinion. So good. And they model after the Jurassic World range. So this will be a really interesting comparison with the Hammond Collection. So let's get this out carefully. Oh, here we go. Oh, yep. There's the top there. Right, we're going to have to lift this out. Oh, look at that beast. That is beautiful. Oh, stunning, stunning detail. Have a look at that, guys, up close. Look at that. Now that is a realistic, earthy paint job. Stunning detail in there. Beautiful, look at that. So this would have to be the most highly detailed Stegosaurus I have in the collection. Totally beautiful. Nanmu, I love them. Nanmu is just the bee's knees in terms of, I guess, like museum quality design and sculpting Stegosauruses. So there you have it, Dino fans. That is so far my entire Stegosaurus collection. What would make this amazing is if Mattel released a super colossal Stegosaurus. Now that would be amazing. But hey, you can check out all of my other collections over here and some of these reviews like the Stegosaurus and the Hammond Collection one over here. Antosaurus out.